In the early centuries of Islam, a fierce intellectual rivalry unfolded in the heart of Mesopotamia, fundamentally shaping the future of the Arabic language, the great grammatical rivalry of Kufa and Basra. This rivalry was not merely academic. It involved two distinct philosophies on how the divine language of the Quran should be understood, codified, and preserved. Imagine the great cities of Kufa and Basra, bustling centers of early Islamic scholarship, where scholars meticulously analyzed every nuance of ancient Arabic speech. The core of the debate revolved around how much ancient usage should dictate linguistic law and how much human logic should systematize it. The Basra school, championed by figures like Sibawayh, sought to impose strict logical rules and analogical reasoning, known as qiyas, upon the language. Their goal was to create a rigid, unified framework, ensuring consistency by dismissing any linguistic variant that did not fit their established systematic model. The atmosphere was charged, with intellectual battles fought over minute points of inflection and syntax, as the grammarians sought to finalize the rules of Arabic. Conversely, the Kufa school embraced the vast flexibility and varied dialects of ancient Arabic, emphasizing that linguistic law must submit to attested usage. The Kufan view argued that ancient Arabic was far more expansive and accommodating than the rigid rules later solidified, refusing to discard exceptions as errors. Ultimately, the Basra school's framework, largely due to its systematic appeal, dominated, establishing the standard Arabic grammar taught globally to this day. Yet, when examining the Quran, we encounter a linguistic brilliance that reminds us this divine text is independent. It transcends human-made grammatical frameworks. The Quran is not merely a piece of ancient Arabic literature. It is the ultimate source, and therefore cannot be confined by the restrictive rules derived from later human observation. A prime example of this linguistic transcendence is the verse, "Hadhan khasman ikhtasamu." These are two adversaries who have disputed. The syntax here presents a critical challenge to the Basran framework. A dual subject, hadhan khasman, these two adversaries, paired with a plural verb, ikhtasamu, they disputed, plural form. Strict grammarians struggle with this duality to plural shift, as it violates the established Basran rule of strict subject-verb agreement. Objective linguists, however, recognize this not as an error, but as a masterpiece of ancient flexibility, where the dual adversaries are conceptually treated as plural groups or factions. This brings us to a fundamental question. Should we continue our modern over-reliance on the strict human-made Basran framework when approaching the linguistic wonders of the Quran? Imposing rigid grammatical rules risks limiting our comprehension of a divine text possessing its own unique, expansive linguistic ecosystem. Acknowledging the broader flexibility of ancient Arabic, as championed by the Kufa school, is not theological innovation. It is a scientific necessity for achieving the deepest textual understanding. This objective linguistic analysis was produced at the request of Mr. Firas Al Moneer for Google Docs, aiming to present the most academically reliable studies on the subject.